Hey everybody, welcome back to another short video. Hope you enjoy this one. You remember the old George Harrison song, Here Comes the Sun? Well, if certain individuals have their way, it could be There Goes the Sun. I'm of course referring to, well, a story which has made quite a bit of news around the world. A Bill Gates venture. Yeah, Bill Gates, that's the renowned epidemiologist and virologist. I think we're talking about that Bill Gates. He aims to spread dust into the atmosphere to block the sun. Right. Well, that sounds like a plan, doesn't it? And yeah, Bill Gates is thinking about dimming the sun. The billionaire is backing a study of controversial tech called solar engine geoengineering. Right, okay, that all seems pretty reasonable. Oh dear, Sweden has axed Bill Gates funded Harvard experiment aiming to dim the sun. I mean, these guys are absolutely crazy, right? But his plan is he was wanting to test it, or the Harvard experiment that he was funding was wanting to test it in Sweden. And the Swedes eventually got sort of the message that this is not something that we want. I mean, what is it about the sun that so upsets people like Gates and some of the other people behind this scheme to dim the sun? I mean, one of the nicest things you can have is a day when the sun's shining in a nice clear sky, nice blue sky, or in this case, the sun setting, sending its golden rays across the sky. It's a lovely thing. Yeah, but it's an annoying thing. That's the truth. So let's go into a little bit of detail in this one, shall we? Because it's kind of lunatic. So here we have the information that yes, Sweden has axed the Bill Gates experiment. This is Bill Gates's idea of a good time. Here's this. You won't need your suntan lotion when the sun's like this, mind you. So here let's go into the sort of dive into some of the detail. Sweden Space Agency. I didn't even know Sweden had a space agency. Well done, Sweden. Has called off this experiment to determine whether blotting out the sun with aerosols could reverse global warming. Is Gates crazy? Sorry, that's not a question. So it goes on to talk about the plan was to basically release chalk dust into the atmosphere from a high altitude balloon and then study the effects on sunlight reaching the earth. So that was the plan, but it proved too controversial. And on Wednesday, the Swedes said that they certainly wouldn't engage on it. But of course, that doesn't say that other countries could be prevailed upon by charming Mr. Gates to see if they can find ways to look at how we might dim the sun. Interestingly enough, by the way, it's worth pointing out that it's not that Gates isn't also committed to zero carbon. Oh, no. He wants that as well. But he also wants the sun to be dimmed. Let's think about this. So he wants us to be fundamentally having a planet which is vaccinated on an annual basis to protect itself against a respiratory illness. He wants to dim the sun. He wants us to get to zero carbon, which sun fundamentally means deindustrializing many of our economies. Yeah, he seems an entirely reasonable kind of guy. Actually, Gates was talking about this, as you can see here, back in 2010. He felt that dimming the sun might be an insurance policy. So he's been talking about it, to be fair, for the last 11 years. And now he was trying to get it to fruition. But I wonder what you thought about Gates's strategy to try and use chalk dust or other such particulates in the upper atmosphere to stop the sun from basically coming through. And that would stop the global warming. Let me tell you, where I live, I could do with a lot more global warming. I can certainly do with a lot more sunshine. So I'm sorry, Mr. Gates, this is another one of your wheezes, which is almost off radar in terms of the lunacy aspect of it. I mean, we need to get the sunlight is so fundamental to life flourishing on Earth that it does make you wonder what kind of motivations do those have who would seek to dim the sun? By dimming the sun, is it just possible that they could dim human life on Earth? Well, that's what I think. I wonder what you think. Let me know in the comment threads below and speak with you folks real soon.